It's a disturbing trend among first responders. More police officers, firefighters, and others took their own lives than were killed in the line of duty. A year ago this week, CAL FIRE Captain Ryan Mitchell took his own life. He hid his depression so well, no one suspected he would end his life in such a tragic way. KUSI's John Soderman spoke to his grieving father in this special report.
CAL FIRE firefighter Ryan Mitchell seemed to have it all. He was on the fast track career-wise after being promoted to captain in his early 30s. He was popular, he was handsome, he was athletic as in a great surfer, and he had a family, including a wife and 2-year-old boy. But little did those who loved him know that he was suffering in silence, hiding his depression to the point last November 5th, after getting off his shift, jumped off the Pine Valley Bridge.
Everybody missed it. Everybody missed that Ryan was struggling.
The words of Captain Ryan's father, Will Mitchell, who graciously agreed to talk to KUSI about his son taking his own life, thus robbing him and his wife of their only child. And this interview comes at such an important time because the fact is, last year, more firefighters and police officers killed themselves than were killed in the line of duty. Hear now a grieving family story of losing their son with the hope it will launch a sea change in the first responder community in identifying and reaching out to those heroes in a dark place. The psychological autopsy of Captain Ryan may begin with the unprecedented wildfires of the past year. Part
of Ryan taking his life was due to his work. I'm not in any way, our family is not in any way blaming CAL FIRE or his job for his loss of life. You're saying he was physically exhausted? He was physically exhausted. All I can say is, as a father and knowing my son as I did and my relationship with him, that that on that morning, November 5th, Ryan was not him. Mm-hmm. Ryan was not himself. Mm-hmm. And I have no idea what could have taken him to that point.
Will, they say when it comes to grief, there are several different stages. For you and your wife, was anger ever one of those stages?
Absolutely.
Talk about that if you could.
It's, for me, it's introspective.
You mean anger at yourself?
Yeah. I challenge myself to have to try and understand how I might have missed some of the tells. In that relationship, you know, there's that questioning of, you know, how come I wasn't close enough to my son to know this was going on. It's a dark black hole. You can't allow yourself to go into it. Suicide does not solve anything. Everybody that you have encountered in your life, everybody now bears all of your problems. There's no solution. They're gone. And there's no answers. And everybody is left to deal with that.
And how are Mitchell and his wife getting through the loss of their only child?
What we've come to understand, my wife and I, is that profound grief can manifest itself, of course, physically. And we're people of deep faith. We rely on God enormously, and He directs our lives. And I could not imagine going through this without my faith. He still exists. He's just not here on earth. Mm-hmm. And I will exist in that same place, mm-hmm. i.e. heaven, one day myself, mm-hmm. and be reunited with Him. So that enables me to continue to have dialogue with Ryan, to think positively about him, and not have negative thoughts of missing him here.
In the meantime, this is also the story of a grieving father who is allowing his loss to help other firefighters struggling with depression by soon becoming a chaplain to first responders.
And we've already had a young firefighter that got to that dark place here just recently, and was able to just take whatever moment there was to where he was able to disconnect from what he was contemplating.
And finally, the legacy of Captain Ryan Mitchell.
His legacy is one of leadership. That's our family's direction, is carrying that forward and having that legacy that for our grandson to see and to know about his daddy.
With KUSI Chief Photographer Mike Smith, John Soderman, KUSI News.
And a college trust has been set up for the 2-year-old son of Captain Ryan left behind. If you'd like to donate, you can go to l2881s.org and click on Tributes and Trust. Now, for more information, you can also visit our website at KUSI.com.